Imagine this. You're walking your dog, and suddenly, without warning, they snap, barking, lunging at anything that moves. Sound familiar? If you've ever experienced this, you're not alone. In fact, studies show that over 70% of dog owners face signs of aggression in their pets at some point. Barking, growling, snapping is not just frustrating, it's frightening. But here's the shocking truth. Aggression isn't a personality flaw. It's a message. And with the right approach, even the most reactive dogs can transform into calm, well-behaved companions. It's not just possible, it's within your reach. Today, we're diving deep into scientifically proven, effective techniques that will guide you step by step to help your dog overcome aggression and become the loving, relaxed companion you've always wanted. Whether it's leash reactivity, fear-based aggression, or resource guarding, you'll learn how to tackle each of these head-on. Section 1. Understanding the root of aggression. Before we can fix aggressive behavior, we need to understand it. And here's a crucial truth. Aggression in dogs isn't a character flaw. It's actually their way of communicating. Dogs are incredibly expressive, but they don't speak our language. Instead, they use their body, their posture, their vocalizations, and their behavior to tell us how they're feeling. When we see our dogs acting aggressively, what we're actually witnessing is a reaction to a trigger. But what are these triggers? What's going on in your dog's mind? Let's break down the 5 most common causes of dog aggression, so you can start to understand where it's coming from and how to address it. 1. Fear-based aggression. When dogs feel threatened, their fight or flight response kicks in. It's a primal instinct. They either run away or prepare to fight. Now, not every dog can escape from a scary situation, so they choose the latter. This fear-driven aggression is common in dogs that had negative experiences or lack exposure to certain stimuli. If your dog snaps or growls at people, other dogs, or unfamiliar objects, they might be acting out of fear. They're not being mean. They're just trying to protect themselves. Ever had your dog bark like crazy at someone walking past your house? This is classic territorial behavior. Dogs are naturally protective of their space, just like humans. But sometimes that protective instinct goes too far. They may view any stranger or even another dog as an intruder. While this kind of aggression is normal to a degree, when it becomes excessive, it can lead to problems. 3. Resource guarding. Some dogs growl or snap when you get too close to their food, toys, or even a beloved person. This is known as resource guarding. It's driven by the dog's anxiety over losing something they value. Think of it like a child who throws a tantrum when someone takes their favorite toy. For dogs, it's a survival instinct. If they're worried their resources will be taken away, they'll defend them at all costs. 4. Pain or medical issues. Sometimes, aggression isn't about behavior, it's about pain. If a dog is in discomfort, whether from an injury, a chronic condition, or even neurological issues, they may act aggressively to avoid being touched or moved. If your dog suddenly becomes aggressive or reacts aggressively to things they previously tolerated, never ignore it. A visit to the vet could save you a lot of trouble and pain in the long run. 5. Poor socialization. Socialization is key, especially in the first few months of a puppy's life. Dogs need exposure to different environments, people, sounds, and experiences to become well-adjusted adults. Without proper socialization, dogs can develop fears and anxieties that make them reactive or aggressive. If a dog hasn't learned to trust the world around them, they may lash out in situations that make them uncomfortable. Quick question for you. What type of aggression do you think your dog is showing? Is it fear-based, territorial, or something else? Drop a comment below and let me know. I love hearing your stories, and we'll make sure to reply to every one of you. Section 2. First things first, rule out medical issues. All right, now that we understand the why behind aggression, it's time for the how. And here's a crucial first step. Rule out medical issues. I know, it sounds simple, but it's a step that many pet owners skip. You might think your dog's aggression is all behavioral, but sometimes it's something deeper, something physical. It could be a health problem you're not even aware of. Think about it. Dogs can't tell us when something hurts. They don't have the luxury of verbal communication, so when they're in pain, they do the only thing they can do. They act out. Sometimes it's a little growl, a nip, or a snap. And that's why the first thing you need to do before you start training or correcting behavior is to visit your vet for a complete checkup. Conditions like arthritis, for example, can make a dog irritable or defensive. Imagine living with constant pain in your joints. Every time you move, it hurts. How would that affect your mood? The same goes for your dog. Dental pain, often caused by gum disease or broken teeth, can trigger unexpected aggression, especially around food or touch. And don't even get me started on ear infections. Dogs with inflamed ears are incredibly sensitive and may react aggressively if their ears are touched or if they feel threatened. But here's the kicker. There are also more serious medical conditions that can cause sudden aggression. Brain tumors, for instance, can change a dog's personality almost overnight. It may seem out of character for them to lash out, but if their brain is under pressure, their behavior could be affected. And it's not just pain. Neurological issues or hormone imbalances, like thyroid problems, can lead to irritability and aggression, too. Now, I know what you're thinking, but my dog seems perfectly fine in other areas. And that's the thing. Some medical issues are subtle. They don't always show up as obvious signs. So, it's important to be proactive. A simple trip to the vet might just uncover the hidden cause of your dog's sudden behavior change. Here's my advice. If your dog has shown aggression out of nowhere, or if the behavior seems unpredictable or unusual, don't ignore it. A thorough checkup could save you months, or even years, of frustration. And it'll ensure that you're not putting your dog through unnecessary training or corrections when the real issue is physical pain. Trust me, getting a clean bill of health first is the best way to set both you and your dog up for success. Section 3. Create a calm environment. Now that we've covered the importance of ruling out medical issues, it's time to dive into one of the most crucial aspects of training an aggressive dog: creating a calm environment. You may not realize it, but your dog's environment plays a massive role in their behavior. A chaotic household often equals a chaotic dog. If your home is filled with constant noise, stress, and confusion, your dog may feel the need to mirror that behavior. When things are noisy and unpredictable, your dog's anxiety levels skyrocket. It's like trying to concentrate in a room full of screaming people. But when your dog feels secure, calm, and in control of their surroundings, that's when you start seeing results. Here are some quick tips to create a more peaceful atmosphere that supports your dog's journey toward calmness and confidence. 1. Stick to a routine. First things first, dogs thrive on predictability. They love routine. If your dog knows when it's time for a walk, when meals are coming, and when it's time to relax, they'll feel more at ease. Consistency reduces anxiety and helps them understand what to expect. A predictable environment allows your dog to feel secure because they know what's coming next. 2. Avoid loud punishments or yelling. When it comes to correcting behavior, loud punishments or yelling only escalate anxiety and fear. Your dog isn't learning to be calm by being shouted at. They're learning to be fearful or defensive. Instead, calm, consistent training works wonders. Redirect undesirable behavior with a calm voice and offer positive reinforcement when your dog displays calm behavior. 3. Provide a safe space. Every dog needs a place to call their own, a safe space. This could be a crate or a quiet room where they can go to decompress and escape the chaos. Having this retreat allows your dog to recharge and feel secure. It's their personal safe zone where they can relax and settle down. One viewer, Sarah, emailed me just last week about her German Shepherd. Max was incredibly aggressive every time guests came over, barking and lunging uncontrollably. It was stressful for Sarah, and understandably so. Who wants a dog charging at the door every time someone new steps inside? So, we created a safe space for Max, a separate room where he could go and feel secure when guests arrived. We also provided him with a chew toy and some white noise to block out the sounds of the guests arriving. And you know what? His behavior drastically improved. Max is still protective, but now he waits calmly in his designated space until he's ready to join the group. Just like Max, your dog may benefit from a peaceful place to retreat to. Whether it's a crate, a cozy corner, or a room that's off limits to guests, giving your dog this sanctuary helps them feel more in control, more secure, and, ultimately, more calm. So, to recap, creating a calm environment doesn't just mean less noise. It's about setting boundaries, establishing predictability, and giving your dog their own space to retreat to when they need it most. And the best part? These small changes can make a huge difference in your dog's behavior. Stay tuned, because coming up, we'll dive into the next crucial step in training an aggressive dog: the power of positive reinforcement. Section 4. Positive reinforcement training. All right, now we're diving into the heart of transforming your dog's behavior: positive reinforcement. And trust me, this isn't just a trend or a catchy phrase. It's backed by science. Positive reinforcement works because it taps into your dog's natural desire for rewards. Dogs, like us, repeat behaviors that lead to something good. Simple as that. So how does it work? Let's break it down into 4 simple, actionable steps that will set your dog up for success. 1. Catch calmness. First, we want to catch calmness before your dog even has a chance to react. This is key. It's about rewarding your dog for staying calm in situations where they typically get reactive. For example, let's say you have a dog who tends to bark and lunge when people walk by your front door. The next time this happens, you want to reward your dog before they start reacting. This means observing your dog's body language and rewarding them when they remain calm. A calm dog gets praised, a treat, or affection. This teaches your dog that staying calm gets them what they want. When we reward calmness in the moment, we're teaching our dog that calm behavior is the best option. They'll start to associate peace with something good happening. 2. Redirect the energy. Next, let's talk about redirecting the energy. If your dog is about to lunge or bark, you want to redirect their attention before they act on that impulse. One of the best ways to do this is through commands like sit, down, or look at me. When you notice your dog starting to react, calmly give them a cue they know. This gives them something else to focus on. Start practicing this in low-distraction environments, like your living room or backyard. And as your dog gets better, gradually increase the level of distraction. This helps them learn to stay focused no matter what's happening around them. 3. Use a marker word. Now, let's talk about marking the good behavior. This is where consistency is key. You need a word or sound that your dog associates with a rewardable moment. A marker word like yes or a clicker can be incredibly powerful. As soon as your dog does the right thing, immediately say your marker word or click. This helps your dog connect the action with the reward. Why is this so important? Because dogs live in the moment, and if we wait too long to reward them, they may not connect the good behavior with the reward. So, consistency and timing are crucial. 4. Timing is everything. Which brings us to timing, perhaps the most important factor in positive reinforcement. Timing is everything. When your dog does something right, you've got about 1 to 2 seconds to reward them. This small window is crucial. If you wait too long, your dog may have already moved on, and the connection between the action and the reward won't be made. To get this right, you can use a marker word or a clicker, which helps you deliver your reward precisely when your dog does the right thing. And remember, the faster the reward, the stronger the connection your dog will make. So now that we've covered the core of positive reinforcement, let's take a quick moment to hear from you. I'm curious, what's your go-to reward for your dog? Do they go wild for treats, toys, or do they just love a good belly rub? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always excited to hear what works for you. Section 5. Desensitization and counterconditioning. Next up, the real heavy lifting, desensitization and counterconditioning. This is the process of slowly exposing your dog to the trigger at a distance where they don't react. Pair it with rewards. Over time, their emotional response changes. Example scenario. Let's say your dog is leash reactive. Start from 100 feet away from another dog, reward calmness, and slowly decrease the distance over days or weeks. Pro tip. If your dog reacts, you're too close. Move back and try again. Section 6. Teach the emergency U-turn. The emergency U-turn is a lifesaver. It's a command that helps you steer your dog away from danger, literally. Steps to teach. 1. Say let's go, in a cheerful voice. 2. Turn quickly in the opposite direction. 3. Reward your dog when they follow. This helps you avoid triggers without yanking the leash or panicking. Section 7. Mental and physical exercise. An exhausted dog is a well-behaved dog. Many aggressive behaviors come from pin-up energy or boredom. Let's change that. Mental stimulation ideas. Puzzle toys. Snuffle mats. Hide and seek with treats. Physical exercise. Long structured walks. Fetch with impulse control. Agility or obedience games. Real-life story. A subscriber's husky named Luna used to chew through walls when left alone. We implemented 2 walks per day and 15 minutes of puzzle feeding. Within 2 weeks, Luna was calmer and happier. Section 8. Tools and aids. Let's talk tools. Not all are created equal. Recommended. Front clip harnesses for leash pullers. Head halters if trained properly. Muzzle training for safety, not punishment. Avoid shock collars, choke chains, physical punishment. Tools should aid communication, not create fear. Section 9. When to call in a professional. If your dog has bitten someone or shows extreme aggression, don't go it alone. Look for a certified canine behavior consultant or veterinary behaviorist. Avoid anyone who relies on dominance theory or outdated punishment tactics. Signs you need help. Multiple failed attempts to change behavior. Aggression toward children. Severe resource guarding or unpredictable biting. Section 10. Be patient. Progress takes time. I know it's hard. I've been there. Progress isn't always linear. Your dog isn't being bad, they're scared, confused, or overwhelmed. With consistency, love, and the right strategies, you will see change. If this video helped you, please hit that like button. It really helps more dog owners like you find this content. Got a specific issue with your pup? Drop it in the comments below. I might cover it in a future video. And if you're ready to take your training to the next level, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, every dog can be their best self with a little patience and the right guidance. See you in the next video.